then you will do it. There is nothing you cannot change. There is nothing you cannot do. If you have said it, then you will do it. Hello, 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 and welcome to my kingdom. It's a Monday and a very beautiful one at that. The skies are gray. It's beautiful. All right, so I just want to speak about something that as Christians we're super ignorant of. I watch a lot of movies, like a lot of only Christian movies. Yeah, only Christian movies. I don't watch anything else. And the channels that I follow, they've made me grow so much to understand some deeper spiritual things, And now when I add that to everything that I grew up surrounded with, the visiting of witches, witch doctors, sorcerers, whatever they call themselves, and the sacrifices, the ceremonies that were being made probably yearly or every 6 months, and today's at home, the next is there, and the other one is there, and there's a lot of bloodshed, killings of animals and all that, and going to the graves, speaking to the graves. And if there is one thing that I have learned in all that, is that when that was happening, you were not just speaking with just your mere mouth. Like, you had to go with something. And I remember this one particular night, not a night, a.m., I think it was 1 or 2 a.m., a chicken, black chicken, was buried alive and set on fire and buried. And now you can imagine, I think I'm just gonna fight that with just words. It's not gonna work. Of course, as Christians, the Lord created everything He did with words, but then He showed us principles on how to overcome such things. And there's a whole lot of scriptures about these altars, and the likes of Noah, the Abrahams, the Jacob, the Gideon, So if you study those people, you'll find out that every time they built an altar, there was always a sacrifice. But us as Christians, we find it so hard, or we really don't put a thought into that. Like, how do you fight a whole bull blood, whole blood of a bull with just your words? We can pray and send all the fire we want, but we can just probably deal with this mola and stuff. But when it comes to the deeper things that were done, you will need to sacrifice. There is something that you have to sacrifice. And in that sacrifice, it's not something that you just decide, like, poof, I'm just gonna take this 100 rand, 1,000 rand, and just go and throw on the altar at my church. You have to speak to that seed. You have to speak to that sacrifice. You have to command it. You have to give it instructions according to whatever you are facing, whatever you have learned, and whatever you have realized, or the patterns that are going on in your bloodline, your family, or yourself. If you are there, like, standing for yourself and the next generations to come, Like, you have to put a stop, like, okay, I am the bridge. It has come this far. It will not go no further. I stop it. And when you give that sacrifice, you have to have spoken to it. Not just take and just throw, then it's just, I don't know what it is. Probably an offering. Yeah, because as I speak to you right now, somebody in the kingdom of darkness, they already know the day you'll die, the time you'll die, how you're gonna die. Why? Because you are a chosen sacrifice. They've already called your name. They've mentioned how you're gonna die. And though you don't see anything, you're still living your best life, but you'll be buried before the year ends. Why? Because that's what happens. They know that you like, tell your sacrifice in time and speak to it, and they keep on, speaking over and over again, over and over again. So as children of God, we have to do the same thing to stop it from happening. They can go and do all these incantations, and we'll be out here blocking it with our prayers and having our own seed. Like, for example, I do my seeds every Monday or Tuesday or any other day, but not just last minute on Sunday. I'm like, okay, there is an altar seed. No, I speak to the seeds. I speak to them because I know what's happening in my life. I know the patterns that happened, and I know the stuff that happened. And I know the pattern that happened. Like, that I feel, this is not it. This is contrary to what my life should be as a Christian. And if it's not what the word says it should be, then there is an altar, definitely. I don't care what you might think or what you might say, or there's this saying that in God's time, or if things are gonna be, they're gonna be. You will suffer forever, and nothing's gonna work for you, because the Lord is here waiting on you, and you are here saying, if it's gonna be, it's gonna be, and you'll be messed up. So this is just to say that normalize sacrificing, because in the kingdom of darkness, they are sacrificing. They have I researched a whole lot about this stuff. I don't want to talk about it now, but just to give you a little bit about it. It's these people, they have special days. They fast very well. There's a witch that she repented. When she used to be a witch, she fasted 60 days. She wouldn't eat. They don't bath, even, these people. But luckily with us, the Lord said we can fast, but in our fasting, we must bath and oil ourselves and be cute. So you see the difference. So when it comes to being serious, the kingdom of darkness seem to have it much better than we do. So this is just to say to somebody, it's not about just you taking out your 20, your 50, your 100 and giving it to the men of God. It's about you giving it with understanding and knowing exactly what you're doing. So probably you should start having the seed at home already and speaking to it throughout the week, giving it instructions so that when it's going to the altar, it knows exactly what it has to do. Not just you coming with it last minute, last second, and just throwing it on the altar. Then you are not helping yourself, because you'll be more frustrated, more dry, and you're thinking, okay, why are my things not working? Maybe the man of God is fake, or probably these things are not working, or worst case scenario, you end up thinking, okay, maybe the other side is much stronger than this side. Why? Because you have no knowledge. You are just giving for the sake of giving, or out of emotions, or out of, I want folks to see that I am giving. Yeah, so, yeah, I just gotta love and leave you. Bye.